our very special guest in the studio, the Spinners. We're going to take a couple of calls here. And hey, how you doing? Say hello to the Spinners.
Hello, Spinners. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Fine.
That's good. What's your name?
Carol.
Hi, Carol. I'm Henry.
I'm Jesse. And I'm Charlton.
And you got Marvin Taylor. He's not here, and Bobby Smith is not here.
Of course.
I like that deep voice one that was on there a minute ago.
Say hey.
He's still here.
You're such a. What's your name again, lady?
Carol.
Carol. Thank you so much. You're so sweet, and you have good taste in voices too.
What was your?
What was your question, sweetheart?
Did you have a question for the Spinners?
Yeah, I wanted to know if you'd play Sadie.
If we would play Sadie. Oh, absolutely. That's coming up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
And where are you guys going to be playing that in Detroit here?
The closest thing we're going to be, we'll be in Flint, Michigan on the
August 17th.
August 17th.
Man, you ain't got nothing coming up in Detroit?
Not right now, but you can't never tell when something might come in.
Yeah, we were just here earlier in the year. We were at the Masonic Temple, and that was in February. So we were just here, but we're hoping to get something scheduled for the Motor City for our hometown very, very soon.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much for calling.
Talking to all of you, and all you have a nice weekend, and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're on the radio with the Spinners. Who's this?
Hi, this is Rosemary.
Hey, Rosemary.
You know what? I enjoyed them for years and years, but I wonder if you had considered Bobby Womack and Aretha Franklin together. I know y'all had one
in
of
a
them
battle.
women singing.
It's been a battle.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay,
That'd be great.
You know, Facts of Life is the jam if you get around to a Bobby Womack or Harry Hippie.
Okay, we'll do that. Thanks for calling.
Thanks.
Okay, they want to give me battle suggestions. I want to play more Spinners here. Let's talk a little bit.
That's right, Henry.
Let's talk a little bit about this, the Mighty Love album, and of course, Felipe Wynne wanting to leave the group. But first, he wanted you guys to change the name.
How you find that out?
We got the scoop.
We did a little research, but
Well, there was a time when.
How'd you feel about that? I mean, here's a guy who
Well,
said,
when you put your business together, and we had been together since '54, and you got a guy to come in
in the '70s, right?
In the '70s, and he'd been in the group maybe 3 or 4 years at the most. And just because we got hit records, and he wants to.
With him doing the lead vocals,
some of it, but
Some.
Bobby
That's
was the major lead singer.
right?
And so when he made that suggestion, we just got up and walked. And left him there by himself.
Sounds like another group I know.
Yeah.
And so he called a meeting in our manager's office in New York. And when he made the suggestion, we said, oh, okay. And we just politely got him left.
Wow. So for a minute, I understand that he kind of regretted doing that.
We had a reunion tour after he left. About 2 to 3 years after he left, and we did about 5 dates together. And sitting in the dressing room, he made a statement. He said, "Man, I found out one thing." And we said, "What's that, Phil?" He said, "I found out that the name Felipe Wynne didn't mean anything, but he didn't use those type words."
Henry Farnborough, Jesse Peck, and Charlton Washington. And I want to just talk to you guys about your audition. And Henry, what were you looking for in getting these new members into the group?
Good question.
Well, my first thing in selecting new members for the Spinners was character. Okay. You can always find somebody that can out-sing someone else. It's just like that old saying, I don't care what you can do, you can find somebody to do it better. Okay. But I was looking for character, somebody that could be a friend, and somebody that gonna get along, and somebody that could sing. Okay. That was the thing that I was looking for, that me and Bobby was looking for. And we didn't want no dopers.
Right.
We didn't want no drinkers. We didn't want nobody with attitudes. We didn't want nobody that thought they was better than anybody else, And so we got a great bunch of guys, man. Great bunch of guys. I couldn't have we couldn't have done any better.
Wow.
Couldn't have done any better.
Well, what
And,
made you decide to carry on with the group after
I
losing
got
the three
creditors.
members?
No,
Number one answer. That's the number one answer. Creditors.
The money. No, really though.
no. Hey,
Besides that.
no, besides that, but what am I going to do?
Yeah, it's true.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people ask me if you're going to retire. I said, just sit down and do nothing.
Right.
I'm going to be out there singing, doing what I want to do,
That's right.
So I don't want to retire, no. No.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you guys auditioning for the group?
The audition itself was it was
Jesse Peck, of course, who took the place of Purvis Jackson.
Hi, I'm Jesse Peck. And I always have, when people say took the place of Purvis Jackson, I always have the credit. You could never. I didn't meet Purvis, and I'm so jealous of all those who knew him personally. But I know enough to know you could never replace that man. But I'm honored to be able to carry the torch and picked up where Purvis left off. That man was a bad brother. He really was. The audition for me, it was long. I stayed up late every night, my buddy Henry Williams and I, going over routines and whatnot, trying to prepare for it. Finally did the audition, and after that, it was like, okay, I'm going back to work every day, back at the factory at Ford in the Milan plant, saying, what am I doing here? The first month, I was still hopeful, still excited. I tried not to call Henry too much. Hey, you found out yet? Yeah, okay, no, but you call me one more time, it won't be you. The second month, I remember just being really, really depressed and real misty about it, just real sad. And in the third month, it hit me. Wait a minute, these are gifts that are God-given. This is a situation that God had to put you in. How are you going to get to audition for the first group you ever saw perform when you were young? First concert I ever saw was a Spinner concert. This is meant to be. The abilities I have, the way this opportunity came about, this is to be. So in the third month, I just started praising, and I was just happy and claimed it. This is going to happen. Once I did that, that's when I lost my job. The devil said, "Okay, since you want to be confident, and have hope and whatnot." So once that happened, I said, "I'm not going to trip." Now it's set for a miracle. And I'll never forget that day that Henry Fambro called me and said to me, "Congratulations, Jesse, you are a member of the Spinners." I was professional with him. "Okay, thank you, sir." And got off the phone with him and just fell out. Just said hallelujah about 100 times.
Did you cry, Jesse? Tell the ladies if you cried.
Well, every man from time to time has a shed a tear.
Say that for the record.
Yeah.
Say that for the record. We're gonna write a record.
A man don't really cry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Charlton Washington. It was really strange how I got in the group. I had a great friend. His name was Greg Graves, and he had interest in being a spinner himself. And being from Detroit, the Spinners are originally from this area. One of Bobby Smith's daughters was a fan of ours, and we had a group here in Detroit, and we would perform around Detroit.
And what was that group called?
5.0.
Okay.
5.0.
All right.
Yeah, and we performed around Detroit, and we were pretty good, and they were big fans. And when the position became available, I happened to fly down to Bobby Smith's house and audition. And I didn't know what spot I would get, but I was real hopeful. And to make a long story short, it took about 8 months after that, and the primary lead spot became available, which was really great for me because I've always been a lead singer, in my singing career.
Charlton, what part is that you sing in?
I actually, it's really fascinating because I actually cover for Felipe Wynne.
Oh, okay.
John Edwards.
Wow.
And G.C. Cameron.
And he did a great job.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Thank you very much.
So if we asked you just to sing a little bit of "Love Don't Love Nobody,"
You do a hell of a job.
would I put you? Huh? Does he?
He does a hell of a job.
Can I just hear a little bit? I mean, because I haven't had a chance to hear you guys, live. Am I putting you on the spot? I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot of you.
No, he'll do it.
Yeah, we'll put you. Tell him, Henry.
I know you do because he loves singing.
those are
he
big
loves
shoes to
singing. He
fill.
loves singing. Might stand up. You might make you feel better.
Well, you know what? If you want, we can play the commercials first and come back. You want to prepare yourself?
Let's get him some hot tea. Give me a little lemon. Give me a few tea bags. Yeah, we'll get you some tea bags, some lemon, honey. We got you.
So we're gonna play Felipe Wynne's version.
Right. Okay, yeah,
The heat is on.
that would be absolutely great. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Let them hear it.
Great.
Let them hear it. Mighty Love album. It takes a fool to learn that love
don't love nobody.
That's right.
It really doesn't.
That's right.
And just think about that.
It really doesn't.
And we'll hear Charlton Washington in just a minute. Our very special guest in the Spinners. If you'd like to say hello, if you got a question, give us a call. 298-7923, toll-free 1-866-SOUL-JAM. I'm just loving this, man. I get a chance to play all my favorite Spinners jams.
It's bringing back a lot of memories.
I'm telling you, I can just get stuck on this Mighty Love album.
Yeah.
I mean, just phenomenal hits there on this Mighty Love album, man. I mean, this is one of those albums, man, from my high school days that we just used to just play over and over and over again. I think everybody had their favorite song off this Mighty Love album. Mm-hmm. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Wow. And we're going to hear Charlton sing that in just a minute.
Yeah.
But tell me a little bit about what it was like working with Linda Creed. We talked about you working with Tom Bell, and of course they were partners. What was special about
when you work with
writing
Tom,
ability?
Yeah, when you work with Tom, you work with Linda.
Yeah.
And they was like 1-2, you know.
Yeah.
And Linda, she wrote most of the ballads, you know, most of the slow songs. Everything that I did on the Spinners, with the Spinners, she did. She's the one that wrote the songs. And she was a great lyricist and a great friend. Mm-hmm. And she was just a phenomenal human being when it comes to music. Mm-hmm. And she was like Tom's right-hand lady.
Okay.
I should say man, but lady.
Yeah.
And but they worked together like peas in a pot. You know?
Yeah.
And everything came together with them. And she was just fantastic lady. We lost her, you know, to breast cancer. Mm-hmm. And that set everybody back, you know, because we love her, man, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she was a great lady. And we miss her, you know.
All right, I got to play a couple more songs from the Mighty Love album before you go. And then we're going to hear from Charlton. Charlton, you ready over there, man?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, let me just wait a minute. We're going to go into a break, and then we're going to hear Charlton, who took Felipe Wynne's place, and you know, on the vocals. And you're going to do Love Don't Love Nobody?
Yeah, I'll do a little
Okay, whatever you want to do, man, it's cool. I don't want to put you on the spot, man.
No,
I think the audience is waiting on it now. Our special guests in the studio, Spinners. You guys have been here for a while. I appreciate it, man. I know I'm keeping you here because there's just so many songs that I want to play. We're getting so many calls. People just want to say hello. Let's go to the phone. And hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. Say hello to the Spinners.
Hello, Spinners. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you? What's your name again?
Sandy.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Sandy.
I'm fine. Look, very quickly, I have a real brief story. I remember when I was living in Herman Gardens and I was 12 years old. Bobby
Smith
lived in the building across from me on Abington.
Right.
And we used to see him and a bunch of other guys coming and going all the time. We thought they were his brothers.
It was
we
us.
did not know. And I swear to God, God is my witness, when It's a Shame came out, they were gone. The family was gone. I mean, it was like 2 weeks later after that, Butterball was pushing that song.
Right.
And I remember that they were very nice. I think he had a son, Marcus, I believe.
Marvin,
and
yeah.
a very, and a little girl. And they were just the nicest people. But when that song came out,
they're like, we're out of here. We got a hit. We're out of here.
On up.
They were gone. I was serious. And I remember we gave them the whole 4 buildings that kind of surrounded his place on Abington.
Right.
We all had a party, and you know, we were happy for them that they had made it. But I guess the point is that we were just so happy to see someone make it like he did. Who knew that they were going to even get bigger than we could have possibly even imagined?
Wow.
But, you know, I mean, it was just a great feeling to know somebody famous like that when you were 12 years old. And it was just a memory. And there was no such thing as hating men. We were, you know, it was groups all over Detroit. There was groups all over Herman Gardens.
Right.
But when you made it, it was a joyous occasion. It really was.
That's a wonderful story.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you both so much for calling in.
Yeah. I just wondered if you guys remember that he lived on Abington and Herman Gardens.
Oh yeah, we used to rehearse over there, you know.
Yep, we used to hear
So the guys that you saw going in and out of the house was us.
we thought you were his brothers, you know. and we kept wondering, how come they come over every day?
Hey, thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Happy summer, Gerald.
All right,
and
thank
Lady T and Andre.
All right, thank you.
All right. Hi, you're on the radio with the Spinners. You got a question?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to yell at him because I know Purvis. I was at his watering hole tonight.
Oh, okay.
Somebody from the locker room.
Locker room.
Yeah, the locker room.
The locker room?
Right, the locker room. That was we called that his office.
Yeah. His office.
Anytime we want to get Purvis, you call his office.
He still has a
That's
seat
right, the
there.
locker room. I just left there.
All right.
I said, wow. And I was coming down. I said, they're talking to the spirit. I said, that's my group.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always followed y'all. When y'all was in Atlanta, I was there with y'all in Atlanta.
Okay.
And when y'all was coming around throughout Detroit, I was in Detroit. And then the locker room showed out when
Thank
y'all
you.
was at the Fox Theater.
Right.
Oh, man, I was with y'all all the way through, man. And in fact, I used to take Purvis home when he had one too many Hennessy's.
And nothing wrong with that. Thank you so much.
Right on.
And y'all killing us. Y'all pushing the mighty love. But what happened to Love Me or Leave? That was a jam.
The whole
yeah.
album. I wish I could just play the whole album. But I'm going to play another cut in just a minute. But thanks for calling, okay?
All right. Hey, MLD from the West Side. Shout out with the Spinners.
All right.
Right on.
All right.
Thanks for being a Spinners fan.
All right, and then Charlton, so you study Felipe Wynne's parts. And is that something, Henry, that you told him to do? Look, I need you to go back and get all the Spinners albums and listen to what Felipe did here. Did you?
No, we told Charleston to sing how he felt.
Okay.
And we didn't want him to replace Felipe. We want him to be Charlton Washington.
And how did that turn out? Let's hear.
Very good.
Turned out well.
Very good. Turned out very good.
Can I hear a little bit of that now?
I never learned to give myself. I've been a fool, but right now I need someone else. Well. Just like Boy Blue, I blow my horn if you just leave me alone, baby. I should have known that it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love no one. It takes a fool. Sometimes we gotta suffer.
That love
Make your bed hard, you gotta sleep there. Yeah, well,
it takes a fool.
Oh, yes, it does.
Learn
That love don't love no one. No one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlton Washington.
That was fabulous, man.
This is Charleston Washington.
For Marvin Taylor. Mr. Charlton Washington.
All right, let me get back, man. That was fabulous, man.
Very good.
Great.
Very good, Charlton.
Well, you guys, we gotta put something together so we can see you in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
You know what? You really need to make that happen, Gerald. We love to come back home. We travel all over the world. We see wonderful places, meet beautiful people, but there's nothing like coming home to the Motor
That's
City.
right.
All
Nothing.
right.